There? Are you there?
Uno, dos, tres.
Yes.
Yes. Are we rolling?
Yes, we are.
Streaming?
Are we?
It's starting soon.
Hello.
Put your headphones.
Yes, we are live.
Oh,
now.
It
Hello.
has already started.
How are you guys?
Hi. How are you doing? Hello.
Guys and girls?
Yes, guys and girls.
I don't know if too many girls. What do you think?
I think if you say guys is okay.
All right then.
Perhaps. I think you have to take down the volume.
Yeah.
There. Yes. So here we are. Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
To a new episode, and this time we're going to cover quite an interesting theme.
Do you think so?
Yeah, have you experimented with FX order?
Since you are asking me, I have to tell you this. I'm really looking forward to this session because, to be honest with you, I've been always kind of a bit of a straightforward guy with pedals, and I haven't experimented too much, I think. Yeah, and so that's the reason I'm really excited about it. So I would like you to teach me about it.
Well, I'll try.
Yeah, please do.
So, well, you know, the whole thing with the FX order is like when you buy a new pedal, can you try it at the shop, or you see you watch a demo on the internet nowadays and you get the pedal, and most of the time it's like you put the pedal the first I mean guitar straight into the pedal, and then the pedal to the rest of the pedal board, and that's how you primarily try the things at the first glance. But for a delay, for example, for like this one, or there's another delay there, you have to put it after a distortion or after a modulation if you want to be, you know, kind of, I don't know how's the word, orthodox. You know, the orthodox way is to put the delay at the end of the effect chain. At the end, we mean the last pedal or the first pedal that the amplifier sees, you know, or the last pedal if you take it from the guitar. So,
but if I'm not wrong, we are not talking about what would be like the norm in doing this, like what would be the normal thing to do, the order that really works mostly for everyone. But basically, like experimenting how affects if you change the order, right?
Yes. Well, we are going to explain which is the most common way, and we are going to reverse that common way and see what we can get. So, you know, when I was starting getting into pedals, I bought my first 2-3 pedals, and I got, you know, into this kind of dilemma, you know, where I have to put this one or that one. When I remember when I got a ring modulator, which is not a pretty common effect, and I thought, well, I have to put this one before the distortion or after it or after a delay, and I started experimenting with that, and especially with the bands that I was listening at that time, you know, the Mars Volta and all the kind of experimental bands. I think that they play a lot with this kind of you know, FX swapping, you know, and that gets a lot of interesting tones. And there's also a kind of a scientific, you know, approach where you think, for example, if I get an Octaver, do I have to put it also before a distortion or after it? Well. So
you now know about it a bit. You have experimented it. And
yeah, I've experimented a little bit. Yes.
Okay, so please let me know.
So, well, we are going to show you a few of the pedals that we've brought. We've brought this one, which is Boss Hyper Metal, and HM3, which is the...
it's more than metal.
Yeah,
no?
you get
it's
metal.
Not even super metal, but
yes. Hyper
metal is
not
like
extra metal, but hyper.
Okay.
I don't know if it's hyper, it's more than extra.
I think so, yeah, it sounds like.
And which is, what is
I don't know,
more than hyper?
Can you go,
ultra.
Yeah,
ultra.
Yeah,
ultra metal. Yeah. So
well, maybe that's an idea for an next pedal.
For the next Aclam pedal, an ultra metal. So this one is the next generation of, you know, the metal pedals of the Boss company. You know, now you do it better.
Yes.
Does it look better?
Yes.
Good.
Perfect.
This one was presented or was launched after the Boss HM2, which was the heavy metal, which is now quite famous for the Swedish metal scene.
What year, more or less?
I think this one is 87. No. This one, this one were made actually in Taiwan, so perhaps it's early 90s. Early 90s, okay. Yes. After this one was the Metal Zone. So this is one of those. We've brought this one, which is the Fausto Fuzz unit. This is a Spanish-made pedal, by the way, by a guy called Fausto. Yeah, you can see in the brand.
Really cool pedal.
And this is a copy of the Burns and Mullins Fuzz unit, which is a famous pedal that was used on a song "A Girl Like You" by Edwin Collins. And the main riff of that song was played with with the original, not this one, but this is a pretty good copy. You know, they copied also the enclosure. It's really nice. We've brought this one, a Boss Octave OC2. This is the last analog. Well, in fact, it's the first and last analog octave pedal of Boss. They made
really?
only this one.
Didn't know that.
After that, they made the OC3, and now it's the OC5, which it has polyphonic modes and
we
stuff.
are talking like late 70s?
No, this one. This one was made. They started making them mid 80s.
Okay.
I guess, and they started making like late 90s, I think so. Okay. Yeah, they made it for a lot of time. What else? We brought this one. This is my favorite pedal, a Fuzz Factory, but a special edition, a clear one made with a Lexan case. Lexan is kind of a bulletproof plastic material. I don't know exactly the specifications, but it is a Fuzz Factory. You know, you can see the guts and the cables. It's pretty nice. But it's a regular Fuzz Factory. And we've brought also this one, which is a classic noise suppressor by Boss. We've brought a lot of Boss pedals, and well, nothing to tell special about it. It's a noise suppressor, noise gate. We've brought the best pedal of all time, the Boss TU2. TU2. Everyone should get a tuner. I will never stop saying that.
Is this a cow?
It looks like a goat, you know,
okay.
Psychedelic goat.
All right.
Then we've brought this one, which is the Boss DM3, another Boss. This is, you know, the next generation of the analog Boss pedals. The other one was the DM2. I think they made a DM1, which was in a big enclosure, you know, like the Boss CE1. So yeah, CE1, DM1.
Yeah.
This is the next one. Pretty nice. Sounds really close to the DM2. And we've brought this one, our Dr. Reverb. Well,
nice one.
Most of you should know what it's about. And yeah, we brought the Electro Harmonix POC 2, which is pretty nice pedal. This one, the Keeley Compressor, a really nice one too. This is pretty old now. I think it's like 10 years old.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
So
yeah,
old, 10 years.
Yeah. Phase 90, and well, I think that's all. So, and you brought a special guitar, right?
Yeah, that's right. Have a look.
Wow.
Yes, this is actually made in Barcelona. Made
like you?
Yeah, exactly. Made here in Barcelona. This is a Canibay guitar. I don't know if you can see it.
But it has the A of Aclam.
Yeah, it has the A here. This is a solid body guitar. And one of the interesting, well, probably the main feature is that you can change the pickups, right?
Okay.
So that is,
wow.
Yeah.
That's
in this
nice.
case, we are using P90s by Lolar. No, sorry, Seymour Duncan in this case. And I think this is one of the coolest things in the guitar, that you can have different types of pickups. In this case, it's P90s, but you can have humbuckers and Stratocaster type, Jazzmaster, and it's like this.
It's really fast.
Really fast.
Yeah.
And one of the cool things about it is that you can use your favorite brands. In this case, is Seymour Duncan. We are also using Lolar pickups. I mean, you can use any any kind of pickup here.
So any kind of brand and also any kind
yeah,
of pickup.
I would say most of the brands and most of the pickup types. Yes.
Wow,
And in
that's
this
cool.
case, this is a solid body guitar. We also have like acoustic electric, right?
With the piezo.
Carved guitar. Yes, with piezo too. So you can have the electromagnetic sound, and you can also have the piezo for more acoustic sounds, and also MIDI. Not in this one. This is like more straightforward type of guitar, right? Solid body, not too big. The scale is pretty standard, but don't ask me exactly because I don't remember.
Should be Fender, 25 and a half, perhaps.
Exactly, something like that. And yeah, well, we will listen now a bit with this guitar. So let me know what you guys think, right? So this is a sneak peek because it's not released yet. It should be released in a matter of weeks or months, maybe. Hopefully not too many months. All right, and this is the model of this one is called 2018.
Okay, in reference or anything?
Yeah, in reference of the year that was designed.
Okay. So
right.
it has
we
taken.
started with 2014, which was the first year that we started developing this guitar. Yeah, and that one is different. Is more a hollow body guitar. You have like different type of tops. Bolt-on tops, which that is also curious. But anyway, I think it deserves to be in another live show to talk more about it, because today we have to talk about the pedals and the order.
All right, and I think we have some questions.
Yeah. Hey, Gary, what's up?
Are you 4-wire or 2? What does that mean?
4-wire or 2?
I don't know. Maybe he'll explain later.
Right.
And
Gary, what do you mean with that?
Yeah.
Sorry, we are Spanish. We are Catalans. We don't know.
We don't speak English.
Is that slang or?
Yeah. So, well, shall we start?
Yeah, why not?
Well, the first comparison is going to be overdrive or distortion. In this case, the cinnamon drive with delay and reverb, or delay or reverb. So, you know, the most common way of connecting overdrive and delay is to put the overdrive or distortion saturation devices the first, and then the delay and the reverbs, you know, the last ones in the pedal chain. And this makes sense in a way, because it's not the same to saturate, a reverb instead of putting reverb on a saturated signal, if that makes sense to you. We'll explain that. So this is a custom pedal that we made for this occasion. This is an effect or switcher with the lever on this way. This pedal is going to be the first, and then the opposite the other way. With the lever on this way, it's going to be a delay and reverb, or delay or reverb.
So now the first one?
Now the first one is going to be the cinnamon drive, and then the digital sampler delay, which is a pretty nice pedal from Fuzz from the 80s, and then the reverb. This is, the orthodox way of connecting the pedals, and you're gonna find out why.
So at the same time, is the cinnamon drive?
Yes.
And the Strymon?
Now it's the cinnamon drive and the Strymon connected. So, as you can hear, the repeats and the tails of the reverb are pretty clean. You can understand and you can differentiate the kind of a clean signal and the wet signal.
And sorry, just to make sure, make it clear. So it's cinnamon drive.
Yeah, it's guitar, cinnamon drive, and delay, reverb, and then into the amp.
All right.
So we're gonna strum a little bit the guitar on this order, and then we're gonna reverse it, right? So as you can hear, the sound or the tone gets, you know, a bit more confusing, but in a good way. Yeah, there's more information, you know, all details get saturated too. So there's more kind of an ambient vibe, right? And if you put the delay too, it gets crazy. There you go.
Yeah.
So, you know, this is quite extreme because there's a lot of gain on the Cinnamon Drive, but, you know, you get the idea. If you want to get, you know, this kind of ambient with sound, with kind of like a pad, you should try to put the reverb or delay before the distortion, overdrive, or whatever. In fact, on many pedal boards that I have assembled for my customers, I put, you know, 2 delays, one before the overdrive section and one after it, and you know, it gives you a lot of versatility. There's, you know, there's kind of interesting tones on them. Do you have questions?
No.
Nope. Nope.
Not at the
all.
moment?
Not at all. So
You guys don't have any questions? Any comments?
just ask. Just ask.
Yes.
So. Yeah, can you play again, please?
Yes, sure.
Sorry.
What are you doing?
Just experimenting?
Yeah. But can you tell us a bit more, what was the process here?
Yeah. Well, I was just reversing the order, and as you can hear, the time when the Cinnamon Drive is put the first on the effect chain, it sounds a lot more cleaner. You know, you can understand that. You know, if you play complex chords, you know, it's easier to understand, but it's kind of lifeless. There's less information on it. So if you want to play, you know, clean stuff, and you want to get every note really clear, you should put the drive the first, and then the delay and the reverb. And if you want to get, you know, kind of experimental, creative,
Maybe we can try just before we change it.
Yeah.
Right. There's the same riff, and
Yeah, go ahead.
very short, and then we change it.
We're gonna start with the
We're gonna start with the
Cinnamon Drive first, and then with we're
Cinnamon
gonna reverse
and Blue Sky, right?
it. Yes,
Yeah. And now is
Cinnamon Drive's the first. When
Cinnamon Drive
when
the
the
first,
lever is on pointing to the pedal, that
Okay.
pedal is gonna be first.
okay then.
There you go.
And now
And now
the
again.
opposite. All right.
Yeah, that's quite a difference. So we do have a question. Did you just say you run 2 delays? Yes, we said that some, I got a shop and I assemble pedal boards for my customers, and some of them, they want to get, they want a delay before the overdrive and then another one after it, so they can change, and get different textures. I don't mean that they use them, they run them together on, but they change, the position.
We have the 2 options.
Yes, yes, exactly.
The same brand, the same, or not necessarily?
Sometimes the same delay, sometimes different, and also
Great.
the analog versus a digital. This is a digital delay, as it says on the name, and it sounds a little bit more cleaner, there's more differentiation, and the analog, it's the opposite. It's darker, it has more texture. So,
And by the way,
yeah.
if you like these videos, please don't forget
Sure.
to subscribe to our channel.
Yes,
and
please.
please press the bell button.
Yeah,
all right?
thank you. So, shall we make another combination?
I would, yeah.
Come on. Yes.
What
now,
are we gonna do now?
Yeah, now it's gonna be Octaver and saturation. So we're
Alright,
gonna
I like
change. Perhaps, I'm gonna put this, this one here. The Dr. Robert, one of the best pedals made ever. You should know that.
Here in Barcelona, right?
Yeah, I know the
Yeah.
guy who made it. It's a really nice guy. And then
You're talking,
I'm gonna take this one.
you're talking about me? Or?
Yeah,
right.
especially you, yeah.
By the way, we have to say that we are at Aclam Recording Studios.
Yes.
Yeah, the same as the last time. Just that, here in Consell de Cent 201. No, sorry, 215, in case you want to come and say hello. We are here. But maybe if you are in Minnesota, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, it's
but
gonna be
maybe
hard.
another day.
Well, so let me plug this one here.
All right.
All right. Does it light up? Yes. So here
You
we
like
have.
Octave a lot, right?
Yes, I like Octaver.
Are you using it in a daily basis?
Yeah, especially
bands?
for the bass. Yeah, it thickens up the tone, especially if you want to play higher notes. Yeah, it's quite useful. Yes. So well, here we go. Let me set this. Bit of the tune. All right. So this is another scenario. Let's say you get an octave pedal, or always you can choose between a digital and analog one. They have different features, and you wanted to put it on your pedal board. So where do you have to put it? Before the overdrives or after them? Well, there's not a right answer, but there's the orthodox way. If you think, for example, if you want to use, let me put this there. Better now? All right.
Yeah.
If you want to create like a 12-string simulation, you should put them before the overdrive, because you don't have a 12-string guitar, sorry, and you put saturation on 6 strings, and then after that saturation you put 6 strings more. Sounds kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you want to get this kind of realistic 12-string simulation, you should put the Octaver before the overdrive.
Or maybe
right?
use a 12-string guitar.
Or maybe use a 12-string. If you are rich and you want a lot of guitars, you should get a 12-string one. And then if you use an analog octave pedal, you should be aware that analog octave pedals, they are kind of, sometimes they have tough times tracking the right note of that you are playing. Sorry. The way that these pedals work, they subtract all the harmonics of your note, and they try to track the fundamental. So whenever you're using an overdrive, you're adding overtones information, let's say that. And the analog pedal is gonna have tougher times to guess which note you're really playing. This is why they're recommended to use the neck pickup using an analog octave pedal, because the neck pickup produces a more sweeter tone with less harmonics. So that pedals they detect better the actual tone that you are playing. Well, we're gonna play with that, and you're gonna see that when you play with a bridge pickup or you add a lot of saturation, the pedal gets kind of tricky. You know, it's changing the frequency of the octave. It's pretty interesting. So here we go. Is the
Yes.
ampli? So we're gonna start with the neck pickup this time.
Yes, and with the book.
Yeah, well, we'll start with the orthodox way. First the overdrive, and then the Octaver stuff, and then we're gonna experiment from that. Does it sound?
With the neck pickpocket?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, no sound at all.
No, not at the moment.
Shit. Why? Is it black?
Yes.
Let me see. Oh, yeah. This one. All right. So here we go. Dr. Reverb.
So now you have changed.
Yeah, I have reversed the order of the POC with Dr. Robert. So now the POC is first, and then you add the saturation.
Let me see. And we change it again.
Yeah. Sorry, I missed it. The orthodox way is this way: the POC first, and then the Dr. Robert, right? So yeah, I missed it. Can you play it again? The tracking is different, you know, and the harmonics get amplified a little bit more. You know, it's texture, especially with these digital pedals. There's no that much of a problem because the algorithm is pretty powerful, so it can detect a note wherever you're using an overdrive or a distortion. But then with the analog one, we're using this one just with an octave down, play single notes.
I like that.
You like this way better than the other?
Well, no, I prefer this than the POC in this combination.
Yeah, for this kind of sound, yeah, if you're
Yeah.
using the octave down tone. Yeah, the digital one sounds a little bit more flatter. Yeah, the analog one has more power.
Would you name bands that have been using the POC, for example?
I don't know any specific song where the POC is used.
I think, but I'm not sure about Tame Impala, probably.
Probably, yeah, probably. Well, the Mars Volta, yeah, they're pretty known users of the POC, or you can listen it on the records, and so there you go. Let's try it again with the OC2 with the bridge pickup. and you're gonna see the tracking issue with the bridge pickup. There you go. Play a long note. Yeah, the tracking, it's, you know, erratic. It's quite interesting. Well, you can use it also with as a texture, sorry.
Yeah, but it's kind of cool. I mean, I see that you can use it.
Yeah, of course. Well, in fact, there's pedals that simulate that kind of issue. There's a pedal called Midfield Electronics Random Number Generator that sounds exactly like this. It's crazy. You should check it. So, well, the next combination.
Next combination.
An overdrive with a fuzz.
Okay,
yeah,
let's do
there
it.
you go.
Let's do
We're
it.
gonna use the Dr. Robert too. And we're gonna change.
That's quite fun, actually.
Yeah. This one, goodbye. There
Bye
you
bye.
go. We're gonna take.
Now we are talking.
Yeah, I know you like that. This one. And then power. There you go. My friend goes there. So yes. What's the thing with, especially with overdrives and fuzzes, but you can extend it to combining two saturation devices. Sometimes the people say that the last pedal should be the one with more gain, right? But for me, the most orthodox way is just the opposite. You should order the gain pedals from higher to lower. And why do you think this way? If you think about Hendrix, he used a fuzz face or an Octaver or fuzz pedal, and he used his Marshalls all the way up, and the Marshalls had less saturation than the fuzz, right? So sometimes or most of the time, the pedal with the lower gain has kind of a more amp-like tone, right? So if you want to sound kind of not like Hendrix, but many of the guitar icons of the 60s and 70s, this is the way that you should go. One other thing that you have to have in mind is that the last pedal is the one that is gonna put the final flavor to your tone, right? So if you're playing with an overdrive engaged all the time, if you put the fuzz, the last one, the tone is going to change a lot, which is sometimes you can search that kind of tone, and sometimes you would not like to have two different tones. Sometimes you just want to add gain and sustain, So well, there you go. You're gonna start with the again orthodox, at least for me, way, and we are gonna change. Right. And also, I'm gonna start just with the Dr. Robert, and then I'm gonna engage the fuzz. Right. So.
With Dr. Robert in.
Yeah, not with the Mac Shaw.
Okay.
I think you should plug the cable there.
I do it, yeah.
So as you can see, if you put the last one, there's a drastic change in tone. Sometimes you can get lost, in the mix. Sometimes you can just, kick out and listen a lot more. It depends on the fuzz pedal. right? Well, but you should be aware of that. What do you think?
Yeah, well, I'm basically learning today, so
How do you
yeah.
use them?
The fuzz.
Yes.
Well, I would say normally, or lately, last years, I've been using the fuzz in the chain, and also because some of them were this vintage type that
Yeah. Yeah.
has the windmiller. That
Yeah.
I mean, it works better at one of the first or the first
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
in the chain. Yeah, but sometimes. Well, no, sometimes not. To be honest with you, it's the way I've been using it. So.
But do you remember any situation where you have experimented with that? I mean, on studio, or just missing the order and plugging backwards?
Well, not really, because in the studio when I have used it, I have used only that pedal,
Okay.
not the whole.
Not the whole
setup.
pedalboard.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe we can try some examples.
Yeah, yeah. Well, as you saw, there's the last pedal. It's the one that it's gonna shape the final tone. Especially when we put this one the last. This pedal has kind of a scooped sound, even with the tone all the way up. By the way, this is kind of a big muff,
Yeah, so it's based in the big muff,
It's
right?
based on the big muff, but it has it misses one transistor, and there's less diodes for saturation. It's a kind of a different take. Sorry, on the
Can
on
we
the big muff.
play it very quickly? Just
Yes,
the
just
fuzz
that
to-
one.
to
Yeah,
see?
there you go.
And I should play the riff. With the neck, maybe? What would you say? Bridge now.
And then with the Dr. Robert.
Again, with the neck now. Yeah.
And in this case, I think I prefer the Fuzz before the Overdrive, because it gets kind of lost in the mix.
Very quickly again.
Yeah.
Let me play it.
No, but in which order?
The way you said.
Okay. Okay.
So no.
No,
you
yes.
said the
This
first one.
First
so
is the Fuzz, and then
Yeah. The opposite.
and then the opposite. There you go.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
interesting.
prefer the Dr. Robert, the last one. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I have to say.
No.
No, not sure.
Well,
But we
this,
don't have
this
to.
is, this is
we don't
why-
have to agree.
Yeah,
really.
yeah, we don't have to agree. We don't have to agree. So, do we have questions or anything?
Let me see. Let me see. Not any questions at the moment.
questions.
Did you just say you run? No, that
Yeah,
was
yeah, we
the
answered
question before.
So, which is the next comparison?
Next comparison. Let me see.
Fuzz. Yes, a fuzz and a buffer. So, shall we change them? Can you
Yes.
unplug in?
Yes, please.
We've got a very advanced mute setup. It's just a hand.
Yes,
to
it's the
unplug
best.
the cable.
No,
Right.
but this is really useful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna use that on the lab
Okay.
on future projects. So there you go. We got
What do we have now?
We got the Fuzz Factory,
Oh, baby.
the
I
best
like it.
pedal after the
Yeah, do you
tuner.
think so?
Yeah, for me, it's the best pedal ever made.
All right. It's good to know. And why is that?
Well, it's crazy,
Yeah.
unique, and you can shape your tone with it. And
What was this? The best? The first one?
Made by Zivex?
Yeah.
No, it was the second one. The first one was an unit called Octane,
All right,
which
yeah.
is an octave fuzz. I think you've got one. Well,
Yeah.
a clone. You've
It's
got a clone.
yeah, it's a clone.
Bad,
Yeah.
bad. No money for Zivex.
Exactly. Not at the moment. Not now.
So what's the issue with fuzzes? Some fuzz circuits, especially the older ones like the fuzz phase and tone benders, also the range master, which is not a fuzz but it's kind of a dirt circuit. Some of them were designed in a time that were no such things like pedalboards or pedal setups or whatever. They were designed just to be plugged straight into the guitar and then into the amp. I think there weren't like patch cables also. So they were designed in a way that you should plug the guitar straight into them to get the most saturation, the better tone. And the issue with buffers is that they change the impedance of the signal. What is impedance? Let's say on an easy way to say them, it's kind of the energy of the signal. The guitar can spit out a voltage, but with not a lot of energy. And then the buffer takes that voltage and gives it a lot more energy, so the signal can travel long cables and it won't tone suck and all that stuff. So the thing is that a buffer change the way a fuzz sounds in certain ways. And for example, this one, it's a modern fuzz pedal, but it is inspired on vintage circuits, so it suffers, the same issue. This will not happen with this one, for example. I think later we can try it. So, what are we gonna see? Let's plug the fuzz first. The thing is that with some fuzzes you have to plug the guitar straight to them, right? No tuners, no wah-wahs, no whatever. And if you say, no, my pedal is true bypass, well, it's true bypass when it's bypassed. When you engage the pedal and you put a fuzz onto it and you use the fuzz also, the tone is going to change too, because most of the pedals have a low impedance output, right, when they are engaged.
Especially with vintage pedals, but also with new ones?
Almost every pedal has a low output impedance. I can think of, or perhaps a Fuzz phase has a 500k pot, which is quite high, but it's way lower than the actual output impedance of a guitar. So
okay, and now just to make sure and to be clear, what are we gonna do?
What we're gonna do is to plug, use the Fuzz factory first, and then the buffer, and we're gonna reverse that, right? And you're gonna see that the tone is gonna change. It's gonna make it a little bit thinner, less mellower.
That's kind of a spoiler, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, you tell me. All right. So we have to plug the in. There we go. Let me set the Fuzz factory so it won't hurt your ears.
Now it's buffered?
Yeah. Also,
curious.
Yeah, the thing with the Fuzz factory is that it self-oscillates, and this is because it sees the actual output impedance of the guitar. When you separate the guitar from the Fuzz circuit, it does not oscillate the same way. It oscillates a little bit. It depends on the buffer, but it does not oscillate on the same way. So, shall we try it?
So maybe long notes.
Yeah. no oscillation. That's the thing. And also the tone changes.
Yeah.
That's a thing that it's going to happen to you. What if you buy, you know, a vintage, it's inspired Fuzz pedal, like a Fuzz phase, you know, that kind of circuits. You should be aware of that too, to use the first on the effect chain.
Yeah, but I see it makes sense. It makes sense sometimes to use it buffered, or maybe not. It really depends.
Yeah, well, the tone changes, but if you want to get, you know, the old school tone, you should use it first. But you know, as always, this is art, so there's no rules at the end. Yeah, I think so. I think so.
Good to know. Yeah, what
next
else?
Comparison, compressor and wah-wah. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Can you mute the amp, please?
I can, yes.
There you go. So here we have. I'm gonna put the compressor.
No questions, guys.
No questions at all.
Are you all right, guys?
Yeah. Are you there?
Yeah. By the way, maybe it's a good time to remind you to subscribe to our channel if you really liked this thing we are doing. I don't know. But anyway, and click the bell button. Right?
Please. Yeah, please. There you go. Can you plug it?
So this one is a vintage box wah.
This is a vintage box wah from the 70s. Yeah.
Nice.
It's 70s? Yeah. And this one, it's a Keeley compressor, the C4, the one with 4 knobs. It's a really great pedal. So what's the thing with compression? What compression does, it's compress things, right? To make all the frequencies that sound louder, make them quieter, and also it has a thing called makeup gain, which raises the volume, right? So it compresses and raises the volume, compresses and raises the volume, and that's basically what a compressor does. You know, it flattens up the signal. So, and what's the thing with a wah-wah? It's exactly the opposite. It's a Q filter, a sweeping Q filter. So it gives volume to a certain area of frequencies, right? When you rock the pedal. So if you put a compressor after a wah-wah, it's gonna sound kind of flatter, you know, with less life, and especially if you put an overdrive after compressed wah-wah.
Spoiler again.
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to explain, you know, the technical behavior of the effects, and especially if you put an overdrive after it, it sounds even flatter, you know, and also it raises the volume. And for me, you know, the orthodox way is to put the compressor first and then the wah-wah, and it's gonna sound a bit more natural for me. So,
by the way, I wanted to ask, how do you like Keeley? What can you tell us about it?
Well, it's a great company. Well, I think it's one of the first, you know, boutique garage startup companies.
Where are they from?
I don't know, USA, but
okay.
I don't know, USA, it's pretty big, bigger than Spain.
Yeah. And then we get offended when people from the States don't know where Barcelona is.
Yeah, in Mexico or Colombia.
So,
well, there's one Barcelona in Venezuela.
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah, but it's not this
one.
But
this is not Venezuela.
No, this is not Venezuela.
I kind of like that the name for like this show. This is not Venezuela.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe next
it
one.
Sounds catchy.
Yeah.
So, shall we try it?
Yeah, why not?
Is the amp plugged? Yes. Here we go. So.
Yeah, this is now the compressor is on?
Yeah, compressor first and then the wah-wah. You can notice the difference with this kind of setup, but if you have the amp in front of you, you will notice it much better. And another thing that I didn't tell you is that because of the compressor raising the volume all the time, the wah-wah, it's a kind of a noisy effect by its nature. It has an inductor inside. If you put the compressor after the wah-wah, the noise created or you know captured by the wah-wah, it's going to sound louder. So you should be aware of that too. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to try another thing with it?
Yeah. So now it's the wah first.
Now it's a wah first, and then the compressor.
Now the compressor.
Especially
Yeah.
on high frequencies, with the compressor first, it shines a little bit more for
Yeah.
me. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
More
That's interesting.
comparisons.
More. What's
What do you
next?
have?
Ah, tremolo.
Tremolo and
Yeah.
delay. All right. Can you mute the amp, please?
Yes.
There you go. So we've brought this one.
So how are you guys doing? I hope you are safe and sound.
Yeah.
We are. Yeah, that's, I mean, something that I'm really glad about it. I mean, you don't think about it sometimes, but
Right.
yeah, we are lucky. We are healthy.
To be
At least
alive.
at the moment, yes. To be alive. Yeah.
All right. So an analog delay.
This
with
is
a
the
tremolo.
ratio, right?
Let me check it. It's not turning on. Why?
It's broken.
No, it turns on,
Okay.
but the light is dimmed. All right. So, well, Marcel does not want me to spoil you, so
No,
I'm not gonna
go
say
ahead if you
anything.
want. But no, just saying.
what do you think is the orthodox way of connecting a tremolo and a delay?
I normally, no matter what, I use the delay at the end.
Okay.
I even don't think about it. I mean,
But before?
I don't want to know. I mean,
Okay.
at the end.
But
Last one.
So the last one
The
after
last
the
one.
reverb.
No.
Ah.
No, yes.
Ah, amigo.
But you know that normally I haven't been using reverb on a pedal. Well, no.
You're
no,
not a reverb guy.
With the Strymon. Yes, I do, but I use it from the one on the amp.
Which
In
amp?
the amp. Well, I'm using right now Aclam amplifier. Yeah, it was
Okay.
made in Aclam, a really nice one, a tube amplifier, and 15 watts,
bad.
with a nice reverb. So I'm basically using the one on the amp.
Okay.
But I'm also using the Strymon, the Big Sky. Yeah.
Not the
But,
small sky,
But
the big
you know,
sky.
the big one, yes. But you know what? I don't think, although it's a reverb, it's properly a reverb. I think more like a kind of a synthesizer type of sound, and this is because I'm using one of the presets that is really spacey. And
Okay, it has all the fantasy and
yeah,
and
it's
glitter.
like the classic reverb
Okay.
tone. So
Okay.
yeah, more surf oriented.
So, which is your guess?
Let me see. I don't know.
Delay first?
Okay, delay first then.
Okay, there we go. Let me see if it's on. Yes.
Can I mess it up?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, this is volume. That's it. Okay.
And then revert. You know, the thing here is that if you put a tremolo after a delay, you, well, in my opinion, you cannot hear the repeats clearly.
Yeah, but I think it's better if you listen first. Now we have listened the delay.
Yeah, the
but
delay first.
Without or it was on the
yeah,
track.
it was on all the time.
Let me just listen. Now it's first delay.
Yes. And we can revert here.
Let me just.
We got one question.
We have questions. Thank you, Jonah. Great show, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.
One thing you should know, we should show, is volume pedal after and before this pedal. Easy but forgotten trick that most of us forget.
Yes, you're right. Because when you put a volume pedal before a third pedal, like on Overdrive, especially the more dynamic ones, like for example a box of rock of Zivex, you modulate the gain of the Overdrive pedal, not the volume. So it has a drastic effect. We should have checked that one too.
Well,
and
next
that's
time.
your fault.
Yeah, it was my fault.
That's your fucking
really
fault,
sorry.
man.
I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jonah.
So perhaps on a video we'll check that.
Yeah, but that's a good idea.
I have been trying to
Why
watch
didn't you
and
tell
take
us before, Jonah?
Sorry?
Why didn't Jonah tell us before?
Yeah.
So-
He had should told you
Yeah.
before the video.
So I've been trying to watch and take care of customers at the same time.
Thank you, Steve.
Okay, don't worry.
Don't worry about it. You can see it later.
Yeah, it's gonna be also on YouTube. So I think I prefer the tremolo before the delay. You know,
Okay.
it has kind of a more spacey texture.
Let me see.
So this is the delay first, and then the tremolo.
Delay first and tremolo.
Yeah, and we're gonna swap it. You cannot hear the delay that much if you put the tremolo at the end.
Yeah,
right? It has.
It's confusing.
Yeah.
But I mean, it has a different flavor. But
Yeah. For me, the orthodox way is to put the delay after the tremolo. Yeah.
so tremolo first and then delay.
Well, do we agree?
Orthodox. If
Yes.
we are orthodox.
Yeah.
You mean Jewish Orthodox?
We
or,
are better.
or I am
Yeah,
not
yeah.
at the moment.
You have to grow a beard for it.
It's really difficult for me.
So do we agree?
I've been trying all my life, and I'm 44, and
Okay.
still I don't have.
You're
a
quite
beard.
old now.
But this is not about beers, right? So.
Well,
we
you don't
can
know.
make another show.
Yeah, we can
about
make
it.
another show
And you can
about
teach
birds.
me how to grow a
No.
beard like a man.
No.
No? Okay.
No,
It's a
that's not my
secret.
discipline. So do we agree or not?
About the beer or
No,
sorry.
about the pedals.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Agreed.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So another.
What else?
Another. Let's see. Noise gate and distortion. All right. So
All
please,
of them, boss.
Can you? Yeah.
Boss pedals.
Again, Boss pedals. We love Boss pedals. They are great. Some people hate them, but
I used to. I mean,
you used
Yeah,
to.
I'm sorry to say that I used to be one of those haters.
Yeah.
I'm not anymore, because when
Because of this.
you grow old. I mean, not always, because I know like old people that are proper haters.
Yeah, you know a
But
proper
anyway.
hater that we both know.
I don't know.
Yeah, you know who it is.
No, you can say the name. I mean,
No, because perhaps he's watching the show.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a proper hater. About music. He hates everything
Ah,
except
no, I
you know
know.
the guy. You know the guy, who's
Start with Q
yes,
All right.
yes, yeah, yes,
and follows with Kim.
yes. Which probably he's not into pedals at all.
No, and I don't think so.
No, no, I don't think so too. Can you plug the amp, please?
Yes,
Mute
sure.
Man?
Yes, sir.
We can make a band named Mute Man. Well, there's a band called Mute Math.
All right.
Yeah. So now it's another band called Mute Man,
Yeah,
which you are, the Mute Man.
Yeah, save that name too for another show.
All right. So the thing with noise suppressors, we are not into the noise suppression thing. I think we have another question. Let's see.
More questions. All right.
I've been having too much fun punning two amps with my PN2S, which is a great pedal. I forgot what fun a trem can be.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with two amps, you're
Yeah.
completely right.
Yeah.
Super fun, and you feel like powerful,
Yes.
right? And
Yes.
wow.
And if you
the
put the chorus
experience
there,
of sound.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Both are extremely adequate.
Yes.
Ah,
You're
I
right.
think
Hyper adequate. Yes. Now we are in the hyper adequate stuff.
hyper adequate.
Yeah. So well, here we have the hyper metal, which is metal.
To
but,
me, it's really this is scary. I
yeah.
have to tell
Have you tried this pedal before?
No. This is the first time. I mean, I tried the Metal Zone.
Okay,
and
that
to me,
was what
that
you wanted to
was kind of a scary
Yeah?
experience.
You
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Well, it's not that I didn't like it. I didn't know what to do with that because.
Are you into the palm mute stuff? You know,
yeah,
Iron Maiden?
but not like in that way, like bum 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 bum.
No.
bum. No, not really. No.
Which is the heaviest band you have listened in your life?
The Who. The Who.
That's the heaviest band.
Or the Beatles.
Okay, yeah, which
Yeah.
are pretty heavy
They were really heavy. I mean.
at that time.
At that time, and even now, if you compare with
With
some other
Slipknot,
bands,
for example.
No, it's different. I mean, the attitude and well, of course, Black Sabbath. Yeah. Now you
that
agree,
is, that
right?
is heavy. Yeah.
Yeah. To me, it's Deep Purple, of course.
So this is like 5 Black Sabbaths in a pedal.
Wow, too much
Well,
for me.
perhaps too much. 2 Black Sabbaths.
To Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And half the Who.
Not half the Who. I think
Okay.
it's 20 the Who's there.
I don't think so.
So, well, in terms of gain, I think so. In terms of what you say, attitude, we can discuss about it. So the thing with
I don't know if the attitude is heavy metal or punk, but we can talk about it.
yeah, we
next
can do
time.
it on the next episode.
Yeah,
we
next
should write
episode.
that. So the thing with noise gates and distortion, gain, noise floor, all that stuff. Obviously, we are not into the metal thing, especially Marcel, and we are not,
Sorry.
heavy users of noise gates because they kill more things than noise. They kill dynamics, sustained notes, and that kind of stuff, and that can limit your expressivity, if that word exists, and but.
so.
Yeah, but if you're using, heavy saturation, heavy distortion, the noise floor can rise up, and that might be a problem. So this is why they were designed. So should we put the noise gate before a saturation device or after it? We're gonna find out. No
Okay.
spoilers anymore. So first,
What should
is-
we do here?
what should we do? My guess is that we should put the noise gate after the saturation.
Okay.
Right? So we put the hyper metal, the hyper thing, first, and then the noise suppressor. So, maestro.
Yeah.
Well,
Have I done something wrong?
yeah, you don't have to turn down the volume because now you're acting like a noise gate.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. If you put the noise gate first, you can cut that feedback, but the noise doesn't get cut the noise of the pedal, I think.
So we turn down the volume. There you go. Let's see. Yeah, with the noise gate first, you get the noise floor of the pedal. And then with the noise gate on at the end.
And they are both on right now.
Yes,
Okay.
they are both on. You know, these kind of saturation devices are not designed to be used with vintage style pickups, especially these ones. Are these
P90s?
P90s from Lawler or
No,
Seymour Duncan?
Seymour Duncan.
Because sometimes pickups, they don't get wax spotted and they can go like really microphonic.
I think these ones do.
Yeah, they're. Are they antiquities?
No.
No?
I think I can let you
can
know
check it?
about it. Yeah, these are Seymour Duncan SP93B, which I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I think they are not antiquities.
No.
But, you know, microphonic pickups, they can, you know, be microphonic and squeal, which is what is happening. And, you need a heavier noise gate for that matter. But if we lower the gain and you play a riff and stop playing, there you go. Now it cuts. When you see that LED light on, that
Yeah.
gets cut. There you go. Oh, it's a little bit noisier. Not the best noise gate. Interesting. But yeah, but it cuts dynamics. Can you play that again? Softer? Mute it. Yeah. Less noise with the noise gate.
Yeah,
in the
so
first position.
the first one with a nice suppressor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Well, take on your conclusions. And then the last comparison, a phaser or modulation and distortion. So,
And we're going to be finishing now.
yeah,
Yes.
yes, that's the last one. So,
Marc,
what's
how
your
ha-
opinion?
How have you been?
Sorry?
How have you been?
Bien.
Are you okay? Are you
Bien,
feeling
bien.
good? Bien? All right.
Bastante bien.
Yeah, that is the most important thing, Matt,
Yeah,
that you
for
are
you,
feeling
right now.
Yeah, yeah. No, to me it has been great fun and really interesting. I think I have learned a lot. Now when we finished, I can have an exam. Maybe you can ask me some questions.
Yeah.
And I write it down, right?
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
But we do not agree on many things.
Yeah, no.
So
But,
what is the right
the
answer?
technical stuff, no,
Okay.
not the
Okay.
opinion.
So, well, what's your opinion now? Do we have to put the phaser first on or after the distortion?
I would say after.
And why?
I don't know, because I think the concept of the sound, I would like to think about distorting the sound before going to the phase.
So it's not the same for you phasing a saturated signal than saturate a phased signal.
It's not the same, isn't
No,
it?
it's not the same.
It's not the same.
We'll find out.
But
So-
it's good to try it out.
Yeah, that's why we are here. You should unmute the end. So, what? Wow, that's cool. What do you want? Distortion first?
Distortion first.
Okay,
Yeah.
so.
I'm not so sure now.
Well, what I hear is that when you put the phaser after the saturation, you hear more phasing, but perhaps it's way too much.
Maybe.
It doesn't sound so much, like organic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I have changed my opinion completely now.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Just like that.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
And because
I'm
of
not
all
gonna
this.
use it before anymore. So after.
Oh, really? That's good.
Yeah.
For me, it sounds like more 70s. More psychedelic. Well, this is a pretty
After,
basic.
you mean after?
No,
Before.
before. Yeah, because there's not that much of an effect.
Sorry, but before the distortion?
The phaser before the distortion.
Uh-huh.
Yes, before the distortion. And it sounds, more organic, and there's not that much of an effect. For me, kind of it sits better on the mix,
Right,
with other instruments. If you use it backwards with phaser after the distortion, it's kind of extreme, And well, this phaser, this pedal, it's pretty basic. It just does have, the speed control. It doesn't have mix or feedback, which are pretty useful controls on a phaser. But yeah, it sounds more organic. Do you want to try it again?
Yeah, why not? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Perhaps, phaser better on the
So
first
then
position.
we both agree?
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree with you. All right, all right.
Yeah.
It's not the orthodox way, but yeah, for me it sounds better.
So Jonah is saying that maybe phaser and then saturation works better for monophonics, solos, and so.
All right, so for melodies, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, perhaps. I think that phaser, if you want to use it on a regular basis, with your regular sound, you should use it before the saturation.
Oops.
But if you want a drastic, effect for specific parts, perhaps you should use it after the distortion.
Yeah.
That might be my take on phaser.
Okay.
Yes.
That is interesting.
And so, wow.
We should be thinking about finishing because
Yeah.
you know what? I'm going to a concert.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who?
At 9
Who's
o'clock.
playing?
Jordi Bastida. Do you know him?
I think I know him. Yeah, I think I've seen many times.
And he's playing. I don't know the venue. Did you remember?
I think it's Sala Loud.
all right.
For you guys in the
you should
United
check
States.
Jordi Bastida, which is his
his
artistic
project
name
is
Chico Jorge.
Jorge.
Yes, please do. It's
Which
really,
may
really
translate like Boy George, in fact.
yeah. Now you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Chico Jorge.
Yeah, Chico Jorge in Spanish. Well, it's been a pleasure to
Yeah,
share,
thank you guys for being here with us, and
Yes.
even if you are seeing this later on. And I want to say, because maybe you guys are seeing this from, I don't know, England, the States, and you are wondering, what are these guys
what the
with
fuck are
language
talking
are speaking?
Yes.
Sorry, we do our best because, we are from Spain, from
Yes.
Barcelona.
Mhm.
And this is not the language we talk every day,
Yeah.
and we do our best.
We try to do our
please,
best.
Forgive us.
Yes, yes. So, well, thank you very much.
It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, we're gonna do a show probably next month. We are trying to do it on a monthly basis.
Any idea?
Any idea of the day or the topic?
The topic.
I don't know. What do you guys think about making a Spanish pedal special? We're gonna bring this one again, if you want, and because on my pedal collection, I've
Yeah,
got
you-
some Spanish pieces.
Yeah, you have quite a lot.
Well, not quite a lot of Spanish one, but
How
I
many
think
would you say? Like 15 or
15 Spanish pedals?
Yeah.
No, not that much. Perhaps 5.
5?
Yeah,
Wow,
something like
it's
that.
a decent
But I've got
collection.
vintage pieces.
All right, I like
which
that.
are,
You know, I have some of them, and,
really?
and some of them not working. So
okay.
maybe for
yeah,
the
yeah,
show, you
sure.
can fix it.
Yeah,
for
yeah, I
me.
can fix it live. Right? So yeah, perhaps on Spanish pedals, if you like them, perhaps we can make some kind of quest on Instagram, and you can choose the main topic.
Yeah.
And but yeah, next month we'll be here talking a little bit more about pedals, and we'll be glad to see you again.
And yeah, we would like to thank you for
Thank you
being
very much.
here, very kind of you. And also let me thank you, Marina, who is here
Yes.
helping with us, and also
Jose, our sound guy.
So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
And we see you next time. Thank
See-
you for being here.
All right. Thank you very much. See you
Okay.
guys.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.